Hello my fellow Highland dancers, this is Jana with Teacher the Amazing Highland Dancing Monkey. So I haven't vlogged this week. I was going to vlog more this week because I have all of these evenings to myself. I did not anticipate what was going to happen. For those of you who haven't watched the previous vlogs where I explained, I'm at a summer intensive for ballet, not for Highland. I wish I was at a summer intensive for Highland. I do enjoy Highland more than I enjoy ballet. Don't shoot me, ballet people. But I'm there, and I have been since last Saturday. It is now Friday, and I'm exhausted because I've been dancing. I've been at the studio basically 8.5 hours every day with a half-an-hour lunch break, and we get a 15-minute break. The first day we got two 15-minute breaks, but yeah, my schedule for that, I have it here because I made a list of things I was going to talk about. I go in, we warm up for 15 minutes, and then I have an hour and a half of ballet, an hour of Pilates, a 45-minute stretch class, lunch, where I'm in a dilemma because I never know what to eat for lunch because we only have half an hour until our next class. And I'm always so worried that I'm gonna like cramp up, so I try to have like applesauce and yogurt and like some fruit because like I don't want to get all cramped up from all the solids and stuff. So yeah, that's a dilemma I'm having to face right now. The yogurt and applesauce and stuff worked for the first little while. I brought pizza today, and mainly that was actually because I'm not allowed to jump right now. In any of my classes, I'm not jumping or rising because I have Achilles tendonitis, because on Tuesday we started doing point work, and I think I might have gone into it a little bit too quickly and a little bit too hard, a little bit too soon. So, yeah, it's been unfortunate. I'm just sad. And I'm really stupid because every morning I get there, I'm like, oh, this isn't too bad, you know, I'm like, I'm gonna try some, you know, rises or whatever, I'm gonna try to do some pirouettes, and then, you know, 8.5 hours later, I walk out limping because I pushed myself too hard, and now my Achilles feels like it has snapped. Well, not like actually snapped, because apparently that's like really painful and you can't walk and it's horrible, but like it feels awful and it hurts. So what else have we been doing at ballet? 2 hours of ballet repertoire and choreography. So, just saying, this brings my ballet total up to 3.5 hours in one day of just ballet. Like, just ballet. Classical ballet. Yeah. Our repertoire piece is from Midsummer Night's Dream. We are doing the Fairies' Lullaby. It's a beautiful song. And the dance will look amazing. But, you know, pain. And I'm not allowed to jump, so it's not as much fun when you can't do, like, they have sissons, and we have kurus, which are like those little bourrée things for the Highland dancers. They're cool. We were supposed to do it on point. I think part of the reason that we're not doing it on point is because I can't do it on point. Sorry, guys. But yeah. And our ballet choreography is like a classical-ish thing. It's mostly classical, just with a little bit of stuff added to it, for lack of better words to use to describe. We're putting other things in the ballet number. But it's pretty. I like that number. It doesn't have as many jumps, it doesn't have as many turns, so I can actually have fun doing that number. And then we have 2 hours of modern after a 15-minute break. So, I'm not in that number. The modern teacher chose 4. No, she was going to choose 4 and she chose 5, and I was not one of them. I understand that completely. I've never really been good at modern. I've never really liked modern. It just kind of, especially like when we go into a specific technique like we have in this intensive, we've been doing a lot of Martha Graham stuff, but we've been doing technical modern, and it's not as much about letting go and, you know, feeling what you're doing as much as it is, you know, keep your shoulders over your hips, contract, don't move your shoulders, you know, release, get, you know, and, I mean, yeah, it's really making me miss doing, like, jazz and lyrical, where you really do feel what you're doing. There is technique, but you feel it, and you go for it, and you put character into it, but, yeah. And this entire thing is just making me miss having Highland classes, because I'll be sitting there, like, stretching and marking double hike-getting, thinking through my championship steps. You really never realize how much you love something until you're not doing it. So, and the other thing that has really sucked about this schedule is that, like, for the first 2 days, I would get home and I would rest for the most part. I got a milkshake after ballet one day. It was the best. My mom took me out for supper and I got a root beer milkshake, and it was the best moment of life. But, Monday I went to the gym afterwards. I did a little bit of Highland practice in the studio there. Tuesday I came home and I practiced Highland. It's just too much though, you know? It's just exhausting, and after dancing so much, your body's just like, no, stop! I'm not doing this anymore. So that's about the stage that I'm at right now with my body. It hates me so much. So much. And my mom just bought, like, chocolate brownies and gigantic chocolate muffins, so, I mean, I think I'm gonna end up spending my weekend eating everything, because my body's just like, I don't want to move, I want to eat. So, yeah. So what else is on my list? Why I'm not smart, my Achilles. Also, that little tendonitis is coming back on this foot, so I'm really trying to back off until Highland starts and everything, and I can really put myself into my Highland. Like, worst case scenario, I don't take my ballet exams this year, which would suck, but if I have to sacrifice my ballet so I can do well in Highland, I will. So, competitions! Despite the fact that I'm going to be at intensive for another week, I have competitions to prepare for. Like, not this weekend, not the next weekend, but the following weekend. One of them is a premiership, so we get to do that lovely forward crab walk again. Lovely. And it has a chanteuse challenge, and I'm going to put double hike-getting in there. I've been working on double hike-getting. I love that step so much, so that's going in my chanteuse challenge. And, oh, what else is in those competitions? The second day, it's a fling, chanteuse, half-tulloch, Johnny Laddie. So, I think that the only dance I really have to worry about is the Johnny, because the Laddie I will have done the day before. Fling, I mean, it's a fling. The chanteuse I will have done the day before. It'll be a nice weekend. It'll be awesome. Yeah, so that happened. I'm really, really, really tired after ballet all day, but since I'm not in the modern number, I'm hoping I can get a little bit more downtime than expected, because I've really expected to not get very much downtime, especially next week going into the performances. We're going to be dancing until 6 now, most days, it looks like, and I'm going to be tired, but I'm going to have to practice anyway. I'm going to try to get out of as much as possible at ballet. If I'm not in the number, I will ask if I can either sit down or, like, go practice Highland stuff. Yeah. I just can't wait for Highland classes to start again, because this is just making me miss Highland. Oh, by the way, thanks everybody for your video ideas. Like, there are some great ideas. I would have put one of them in this video at least, but I kind of had enough material from my summer intensive to rant about. And I could go on about, you know, girls being catty, but we're not really being catty, we're just kind of pretending that we all are really just this lovely bunch of ballet bun heads. So, you know, it'll be weird this week. I think we're gonna start seeing each other's true colors, and it's just gonna be nuts. And we're not gonna be a bunch of Betty Bun heads this week. We're gonna be. There's another girl in my class who's injured as well, and we're both starting to get really on edge, and I think everybody's starting to get on edge. It's just I'm noticing because I'm standing off to the side with her a lot. But yeah, after this intensive, or if I don't have very much to talk about next week, I will definitely use some of the ideas that you guys sent me. Until then, question of the vlog. Are you doing any competitions in the next little while? Because I am. And did you go to like a ballet intensive or a Highland intensive? Because I know that they exist. I just haven't been able to go to one at all because there aren't any like local ones, and my mom doesn't really want me just going out and staying in a hotel, so yeah. I'm gonna go ice my Achilles. Until next time, farewell my fellow Highland dancers. I love you. Deidre loves you. Goodbye.